also, as part of step one, creating that sort of environment to help bioeconomy flourish, skills and training, as Mark mentioned earlier on in the day, is absolutely fundamental. So I'm delighted that we have Dr. Jennifer Tempany, who is Director of Strategic Partnerships and Business Development at Forth Valley College. And she's going to talk a little bit about Forth Valley College's model for delivering industry-ready skills for the next generation of workers for the bioeconomy. So, and Jen is live, so over to you, Jen.
Thank you, Liz. And thank you, everybody. It's still just morning time, so good morning to you all. In order for me to answer why the Bioeconomy Accelerator's Skills and Training Hub is the model for the future, I've taken a moment to reflect back and think about, you know, the context and background of where we are. And because I'm live, I get to do the Chris Whitty next slide, please. There you go, ambition complete. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about through where we've been and where we're going, because I think context is always important. And Forth Valley College, for those of you that don't know, have probably been at the heart of petrochemicals, lab technology, skills, technical stuff for a very long time now. And we are part of the story of this region. And on a very personal note, and thinking back about this, my mother-in-law, who's now well into her 70s, was a lab technician and got her qualifications at Falkirk Tech in the 60s. And since then, we have actually moved campuses twice. We are a regional college across the central belt of Scotland. We have got a significant number of students, 13,500, and I'm very proud to say that actually 1,800 of those are apprentices, whether it's foundation apprenticeships or modern apprenticeships. We have got a significant percentage of conversion and progression. So 94% of our students progress either into further education or onto a job and into employment. So I have been part of this group with the Accelerator for some time now, and Ian's diagram I think really reflects very well, and I was, you know, touched by the fact that the squares on the other side here, the rectangles, sorry, around innovation, people, skills, growth and regional collaboration. That's the aims of Forth Valley College. But I think when you butt that up against the diagram there, there's some very significant synergies. So from a delivery perspective, Forth Valley College has been doing skills and training and has been operating as a hub for a long period of time. And we're pretty effective at it. We've got some really strong connections and, as I mentioned earlier, some really good outputs. But what does the future hold for us and within this place? So next slide, please. I think that we are absolutely at the point where it is now that this collaboration will really take off. There's an opportunity, and it's of this time, an investment in skills and in equipment will allow us to convert and be able to take this forward. So within this project, the investment is a game changer, and we will be focusing on taking all of our delivery and knowledge from where we are until now and converting that into digital vocational learning for all, and working in partnerships with our current partners and also with partners of the future. And I've highlighted from Ian's other diagram the cogs, because I think the importance of the Skills and Training Hub fits very neatly and will work with the Business Support Unit and also the Engineering Biology Centre. And together we will focus on upskilling, cross-skilling and transforming the workforce of the future with embedded net zero qualifications and requirements. So then we really can evolve and have people that are ready for the jobs of the future. But in all of this, I think it's important when you're talking about skills to also talk about people. And if I could have the next slide, please. because the Strength in Places bid will allow us to invest in technology, and we will have the qualifications and we will know what to do. However, there is a critical feedstock that we need, and that's people. And I think we invest from a college perspective in people, but also in the collaborations that we have and the partnerships that we have. We're also investing in people. We invest in the next generation, whether it's school kids, and actually in a couple of weeks' time, it's Apprenticeship Week in Scotland. And this time last year, we had been out to over 600 primary school children. And unfortunately, we can't do that at the moment, but we can adapt. And the photograph in the middle of this slide is one of our STEM ambassadors teaching over the summertime from their home with what they have, and being able to take their STEM lessons digitally and electronically. I think it's also important to mention in the critical feedstock of people that we do look for diversity, and we are constantly trying to make sure that we are reaching out. And for me, that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And we're probably only about the 10-mile marker, but it doesn't mean to say that we're going to give up. It just means to say that we've still got some work to do. And the last thing about people is community, and where that, sorry, and I think it's important when you're talking about this region and this place. And actually at the moment, the campuses within Forth Valley are vaccination centres. And I think when we're working in this area, understanding the needs of people and being able to respond to them in a partnership is critical. So moving forward, I also think, on the last slide, please, it's important to talk about ambition. And one of the things that we've been doing over COVID is an ambitious project called Fuel Change. And it's an organisation that we established to create a carbon neutral Scotland, designed by the next generation for the next generation. And at the moment, we're focusing on helping our young people, young apprentices, with practical innovation. So it's something that started off in COVID, and it's something that we look to continue to do. But it's about evolution, and it's about continuing, despite all the problems, to try and think about what can we do to support the needs and the skills of our people. So for all of these reasons that I've outlined very quickly to you, I think that the experience, the innovation, the collaboration, the digital ambition that we have, the focus on net zero and vocational skills, the businesses that we work with, the partnerships that we have, and the people all focused on this place are the reasons that this will be the model for skills delivery in the future. Thank you very much.